Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Ango Abdullahi, the chairman of the Northern Elders Forum, had sent words to the Southeast, which for them sounds very threatening and which I believe it's not good. And Ohanes and Igbo, which is the socio-cultural group of in the Southeast, have not stayed back, but they have fired back at him, and they are warning him not to go the pathway which he is following. Let's look at the full details of the news. According to the news, the President General of Ohanes and Igbo, Chief John Nyanwodu, has frowned at what he called incendiary, unsubstantiated, and provocative statement credited to the leader of the Northern Elders Forum, Professor Ango Abdullahi, alleging that most violent acts against the Northerners are perpetuated by the Igbos. Nwodu, in a release by his media advisor, Chief Emeka Atama, on Wednesday, said that the unprovoked outburst by Professor Abdullahi was capable of setting the country ablaze. He wondered where and when the Igbos could have killed their northern brothers when there had never been any case of mayhem or killing against the North in any Igbo-speaking state. Nwodu challenged Professor Abdullahi to make public fact to substantiate his wild and malicious claim, unless it was intended to set up the Igbos for another round of killings in the North, adding that with the statement, the Igbos in the North are not safe. He also said that Professor Abdullahi words were not good enough. Professor Abdullahi, on the contrary, said the Igbos have borne the brunt and have been victims of age-long and misguided attack and bloody urges by the northern brothers at the slightest upheaval in the country, sometimes even as a result of an event outside the country, and no restriction has ever been made for such losses. The President General regretted that the Igbos, apart from innumerable dead ones, have lost properties valued at trillions of naira during such senseless attack in the North, yet they are the catalyst of development and the unifying cord that hold Nigeria together. He told the Northern Elders Forum to exhibit greater caution and wisdom in addressing sensitive national issues like this, rather than stoke further the fire of ethnic violence by making such unguided, unsubstantiated, garrulous, and vitriolic claims capable of igniting fire and breaking of law and order that could consume the country. Chief Nwodu further reminded Professor Abdullahi that at the twin light of his life, he should expose salutary views that should bind and heal the wounds of the country so that he will leave behind a better and united Nigeria. The President General, however, called on the federal government to call NEF, that is Northern Elders Forum, to order and make them rescind their inflammatory statement to avoid the possible mayhem and confusion it could cause in the country. This is absolutely true. I mean, my advice to the Northern Elders Chairman was really on point, and I think Ohanes and Igbo National President has done the same thing. There's a level that one expects this kind of statement. If it was done by possibly a Arewa youth, one would say, well, it's youthful exuberance and it can just be overlooked. But when an elder statesman, in the capacity of a professor and also capacity of a national chairman, will make such utterance, what are you looking out for? What are you really looking out for? If for some reason there is peace among these people and they have been cohabiting and one or two issues have always been popping up, it happened both in the North and also in the East. So it shouldn't be something that you should go in and trigger more trouble and fuel more trouble by speaking. If you don't know what to say, ideally, I believe that one should just keep quiet Don't make statements that will provoke people. Don't make statements that you will make them recall back the past. It's not good. Look at what Johannes and Igbo had said. The chairman has said, that their own people are not, based on the statement he has made, their own people are not even safe in the north. Anyone has the right to feel that way. I tell you the truth. Anyone. If you make such strong statement and then tries to align, everything that has been happening to the northerners in the south to the north, to the southeast, what are you trying to do? If you go to social media, I didn't want to read some of those statements in the social media. If you go to social media, you will hear the interaction currently going on. Immediately he made that statement and it was published on the news media. The social media went agog. There were quarrels here and there. This one would talk in, this one would talk out, just like that. Man, let's stop all of this. If truly we want to remain a united Nigeria and we want to see it happen even in the nearest future, then we've got to stop all these things. The elders need to behave like the elders. It is at this point you should be the one. I'm talking about Professor Abdullahi. He should be the one to say, hey, enough of all of this. And I feel also that at this point, the meeting that they had with the Rivers State governor should be extended also to the sociocultural group in Southeast. He had promised that he was going to meet with the governors in Southeast. Don't go there and quarrel because it makes no sense. It's also your place to call the sociocultural group in the Southeast and say, hey guys, let us meet and talk. We are elders. Someday we are going to leave these guys behind. Let it be written that during our time, everything that we have said had gone an extra mile to sustain the peace that had been in our life. Talk to your own people also. Gather them, talk to them. Don't provoke them. Don't provoke them. Yesterday I heard what the police boss had to say to their own people. He said, hey, don't shoot the protester. Those are the words that you've got to say so that you appease the people. But if you keep on fueling it, every time you throw more fuel into the fire and all of that, you are getting the people angry. You are making them feel that, hey, we have been treated badly. If the dog has decided to sleep, allow it to sleep. Let the sleeping dog lie. Allow it. If this issue has been fixed in one way or the other, don't go and be provoking people, talking gibberish in your mouth. If you want to look at this thing, it happened, it's a two-sided issue. In the north, it has been happening. Anytime there's a small issue, Igbos will lose a lot of their properties. They will do so much things which is inimical to their own growth. The same thing also, at some point, there is quarrel here and there. It happens. For you, what you ought to do is, hey guys, we need to be in peace. We still need this country. As far as I'm concerned, if you talk of the Igbos in the northern part of Nigeria, everyone can attest to the fact that they are the ones that engineer development. If they come into your area, there is assurance that there's going to be at least, if nothing, if they can't even do anything like building of the house, the internal generated revenue will increase because of their presence. They will see how they can create, trade between themselves, mutual, trade between themselves and the inhabitants of that environment. That's what they are used to. So when you are talking about their ills or the mistakes that they have made, also learn to talk about the good side of them, the things that they have done. No one can deny the fact that the Igbos have not contributed tremendously to the growth, to the financial blessing of this country. No one, just no one can say it. Let's begin to take toils, begin to look at, what has been happening thus far. For example, we'll talk about the issue of import or export. Okay, let's talk about performance, academic performance of the Igbo. It's very visible. Okay, let's talk about how much business that they have been able to drag down to this country. It's still there. So please, let's value each other. Now, guess what? Nigeria is one entity that is made up of different ethnic groups. And guess what? That is the beauty of this country. Our ability to stay together will continually make even the Western countries to get jealous of us. Because they are seeing that with our togetherness, something glorious is in the future awaiting us. Let's not continue to speak and spew things that will inflame, the anger in the minds of people and send them into the street and they start misbehaving. I'd like to leave it there. Kudos to Ohanes Igbo national chairman for coming in so early to rescue the situation, because I think that's what he has been able to do. And I feel also that the federal government should call the chairman of Northern Elders Forum and warn him, the police boss. He should do same. Talking about the IG, he should call him and warn him not to bring in crisis again in this country. This country is trying to evolve into a peaceful country. Don't trigger anything that is bad, please.